Hey guys, Wraith calling. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a pretty unusual, not really well known Tier 8 medium tank, and this is the Pacific Island map. And this is a Tier 8 game, obviously it's a Tier 8 medium tank, and this is a British Tier 8 medium tank, which used to be the British Tier 10 unit. Now they actually had the 120mm rifle gun that's on the Japanese Tier 10 medium and the American Tier 10 medium and the other British Tier 10 medium. They're all fairly close in stats to each other, and the stats for those guns are very similar, but this is not that tank anymore. The old 4202 had 40 kilometers an hour as the top speed, and while that's not fast for the Tier 10 mediums, it could hill climb just about everything short of light tanks. A very good power to weight ratio. It's just governed. This does not have any of that. This actually rides more like a heavy tank based on its speed. The armor got slight nerf. The gun is actually just a 20-pound gun now. I think it is a Type B barrel, but it's not. It's while still fairly accurate. It's still a very accurate gun. It's a slow reload. The bloom does not get good, so the gun handling stats are still fairly decent. It's not very fast on a reload. It is still very accurate. You're looking at, I want to say it's about 230 pen, 230 damage, 240 damage, which is on par with most Tier 8 mediums. You're not going to get up much more than that. It does have still some decent turret armor, but not quite what it once was. It was known to being a really kind of awkward, bouncy turret, and it's not quite the case so much anymore. The still shifts kind of okay. But the slow reload really leaves this tank in the dust. What used to be a very good tank, Warhammer, I don't think nerfed it. I think they threw it off the cliff, forgot about it just to get rid of it. So you don't see them being played that often anymore, because they are not very good machines overall anymore. Doesn't mean you can't have good games with them, but they're just not going to be. They're just not the same anymore as what they once were. You see him trying to get shot with his AMX and just not doing very good here. So this is a smaller map, so me getting here was not that much of an issue, but on a larger map you'll struggle. That there are Tier 8 heavies that are faster than you. When you start facing bigger guns, and the front plate's very well sloped, once you start facing bigger guns, it gets overmatched very easily. The armor is horrible on this tank anymore. Sad to say. See, the C-34-3. I'm trying to get hold on. I've dusted this off and played it for a while. Put some equipment back on it, slapped some paint on it. And this is a Tier 8 game, and it still does okay in a Tier 8 game. But the Tier 9 games, and God forbid, this doesn't have premium. This still has regular matchmaking, so this will see Tier 10 tanks. It really suffers and gets opened up very quickly by Tier 10 tanks. You do not want to get hit by Tier 10 tank destroyers, because they will one-shot you into oblivion. He actually managed to get that fire extinguisher off. Got to come back from the route. So, yeah, unfortunately, this was actually one of my favorite Tier 10 medium tanks for a long time. Now it's just a shadow of its former self. I'm not saying you can't get good games out of it. It still does make some credits. It still plays well. I take that. Even play like crap, but I mean, it's still a decent cruise trainer. The British really don't have that. At the time, they didn't have any other medium tanks at Tier 8 that were cruise trainers. Now, obviously, there's the Continental, the Huntsman. So there's some other Continental. Did I say Continental Centurion? That's not true. Centennial. What the hell I was thinking. So there's other options out there for Tier 8 medium tanks for the British now. It used to be there were none, and then this was it. And honestly, I'd rather be, for all intents and purposes, in the Tier 8 Centurion, even that's not very good Tier 8 medium tank compared to some of the other options you have. But nope, tops out now, 40 on a downhill slope, and you'll see once I get here, the old version used to hill climb this without much of an issue. And this thing really does start to struggle very quickly.
Looks like that one went right through.
So you really got to play this like a sniper. You really can't expose yourself. You can't rely on the speed. Certainly doesn't have the armor. The turret armor doesn't anymore. And if you're playing big boy games, like this guy here is going to punish me. Oof. If he rolled a little better, he would have just been game over. My rate of fire is slightly faster than his. I do manage to finish him off, pick up the kill. There's one left floating around. So guys, this was the 4202P, affectionately known as the Prius, because it is not fast, it is not agile, it is not nimble, it is nothing like it used to be, which is a shame because this was actually a fairly decent medium tank, and it had some really hardcore fans on it. It was a little goofy looking, but did work well, and unfortunately it's no longer the case. I've had a couple different games in it, and this is probably the best one I've had out of them. Probably played about 20 games with it the last week or so, and most of them were mediocre at best. But I still pulled in 100,000 credits, 3,500 damage, only blocked 440, picked up 2 kills, first class mastery badge. Does not take much to get those mastery badges in this. 1,645 base XP. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got a chance to look at this nice rare tank. Any more anyway, and keep your powder dry.